Wow, Whispers of Elganoth have been a mystery for some time. Today, we'll unravel that mystery, so grab a drink and let's get started. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and slap that bell icon to be notified of all new content. The Whispers of Elganoth keep coming to the surface as the expansion moves along. Kind of like a puzzle, and today I believe we have all the pieces needed to figure this all out. Let's get to it. Flesh is his gift. He is your true creator. The gift of flesh. I have not found a single reference in any of the lore that I've found so far to refer to the gift of flesh. But the curse of flesh is all over the place. The curse of flesh was created by the old gods and was originally meant to make it easier for the mortal races to follow the old gods. To find him, drown yourself in a circle of stars. Obviously, this refers to N'Zoth, and I believe the circle of stars could be referring to one of two things. One, the circle of stars we see in Deep Home, and oddly enough, you can even see the tentacles of N'Zoth. Or two, in the Eternal Palace raid, there is an achievement called the Circle of Stars. Now, how we would drown ourselves in this circle of stars is the only part of this whisper that leaves me confused. Do you have any thoughts on what this could mean? If so, let me know in the comments below. The King of Diamonds has been made a pawn. The King of Diamonds is without a doubt Magni Bronzebeard, who has been made a pawn because he has believed all along that he was serving Azeroth while he was actually serving N'Zoth. The Lord of Ravens will turn the key. Now, the Lord of Ravens has been speculated to refer to several different characters such as Khadgar, Azor, Medivh, and even Odin. While it could be any of these characters, I believe that the only one that makes any sense, the only one that fits, is Khadgar. And you'll soon see why I believe this. As for the keys, think back to Legion when we were sent out to retrieve the 5 pillars of creation, which we then use which we then go on to use the 5 pillars of creation to seal the tomb of Sargeras, locking the seal into place, i.e. as a key. The boy king serves at the master's table. 3 lives will he offer you. Now, this has been my favorite whisper so far, and I have from the very beginning believed that this was talking about Anduin, but I now believe that it could also refer to Wrathion. Wrathion, the Dark Prince, will soon be called the Black Emperor. Now, this could be leading up to the return of the Black Empire. But Wrathion has lied to us on numerous occasions, which I covered in a video linked above. A few examples would be, in Mist of Pandaria, both factions were pitted against each other and both promised Wrathion's support. In Warlords of Draenor, Wrathion traveled back to Draenor, claiming that he wanted to save the world, yet he sets Garrosh Hellscream free and sets the Burning Legion on its path, leading up to the events of Legion, tricking us into defeating Sargeras and Argus, and therefore releasing N'Zoth. In Battle for Azeroth, Wrathion will soon lead us to believe that there is a cloak needed and that we're going to need to gather essence of the Black Empire, supposedly to protect us from the corruption. But will it? And could this be leading up to the return of the Black Empire? Her heart is a crater and we have filled it. Her heart, I believe, refers to Azeroth. Is a crater? A crater is an empty vessel. And the heart of Azeroth we have filled with Azeroth, with the blood of the Titan. The 5 keys to open our way, 5 torches to light our path. Now I believe the 5 pillars of creation which we gathered in Legion are these 5 keys. The 5 torches I will still believe are the 5 world trees which will burn, one of which has already burned. At the hour of her third death, she will usher in our coming. At the hour of her third death. Now this has been speculated to mean Sylvanas, but I believe it is Queen Ashara instead. Death 1 was when she was drowned trying to save her people. Death 2, we killed her in the Eternal Palace. And Death 3, I believe, will be for betraying N'Zoth. From the earth he draws strength, our earth, our strength. Raphion is a black dragon, and the black dragonfly are the earth warders. So it makes sense that they would draw strength from the earth, our strength. Before the late shadow falls, the father of sleep shall savor his feast. Now this whisper is very interesting, so I'm going to break it down a little bit more in detail. Before the late shadow falls could be another way of saying before the final death, i.e. the third death of Queen Ashara. The father of sleep, I believe, is Misawa, who has been referenced to as the father of sleep in WoW Wiki and multiple other places. Misawa is also a Loa of death, worshipped by the Sandri tribe, and most likely is Bonsamani's boss that he keeps referring to. The Golden One claims a vacant throne. The Crown of Light will bring only darkness. The Golden One is obviously referring to, I believe, Helia Menefeld, having been killed by Sylvanas and raised as what many call a Lightforged undead. Now let's not forget that Il'gynoth claims that Helia will bring about only darkness, and in this whisper alone it says the Crown of Light will bring only darkness. But when will this happen? Could this be referring to something that's going to happen in 9.0 or even later? I guess we'll have to wait and see. When their mistress beckons, 9 ravens take flight, each seek a prize to earn her favor. Now, as we all know, Sylvanas has had access to a total of 9 Valkyrie, some of which have died, but what if the deal with Helia included raising these Valkyrie, which would mean that Sylvanas, i.e. the mistress, who beckons, would have a total of 9 Valkyrie at her command, or as some call them, ravens, taking flight to compete for her favor. Also, an army of Valkyrie could mean that Sylvanas is even more dangerous and all but impossible to fully defeat. The Vessel of Life disguises treachery. Beware the eyes of green. Now, the Vessel of Life could be referring to the green dragonfly. In fact, let's take a look at a quote from Eonar. You are bound to the waking dream of creation. Nature is your realm, and all things have caught a glimpse of the emerald dream when they sleep. You see them all, Ysera, and they see you, though they may not know it. Like the Lifebinder, you touch all living beings and sing to them the song of creation and interconnectedness. And this is, of course, a direct quote from Eonar's Blessing of the Green Aspect. Here we see Yashara being referred to as that of a Lifebinder, but with Yashara already being dead, and her daughter now coming to the forefront, just for a moment wonder what would happen if she was a traitor. And yes, she has green eyes. 5 lanterns now darkened. The flame they seek will light the Master's way. Now there are those that speculate that this could mean the 5 dragon aspects, having lost their power, who will soon return to help against N'Zoth, and they seek their powers, otherwise referred to as their fire. But blind queen wields a scepter of bone. From the deep she calls forth doom. Now many have speculated that this is referring to Sylvanas, and the fact that she wields Xal'atath. Now I don't believe this is the case because Xal'atath is a dagger, not a scepter of bone. However, I do believe this could mean Queen Ashara, who does have a staff or scepter, and if you look close it does appear to be made of bone. Also, she does indeed call forth doom, i.e. N'Zoth. The cunning ones kneel before 6 masters but serve only one. Now there are a few different speculations here I want to throw out for your review, and I would love to know your thoughts on it. First, in the World of Warcraft there are 6 planes of existence. 6 realms of existence, if you will. And we are the cunning ones. And it seems that we only serve one master, which is death. Or, this also could be referring to the 6 forces of the cosmology map, the 6 main forces: light, shadow, order, disorder, life, and death. And as Sylvanas has said many times in this expansion, in the end, death claims us all. Also, let's take a look at a few other things a little deeper. Without light, there can be no shadow. Without order, there can be no disorder. And without life, death cannot exist. And also, the third speculation as to what this whisper could mean: Sylvanas has knelt before Kel'Thuzad Sunstrider, Arthas, i.e. the Lich King, Thrall, Garrosh, Vol'jin, and now the Jailer. But in the end, she only serves one: herself and her own agenda. Now I'm curious to see what you think, so please do let me know in the comment section below. Do you believe I could be wrong on this, or do you have some theories of your own? If so, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe, slap that bell, and until next time, game on.